After watching the confession about Charlie Sheen getting AIDS, possibly from his sex with strippers and stuff like that, I think he's giving the strippers a bad name because there's still kind of different culture, a bunch of different cultures among that culture. There's subcultures, okay, and I think he, with his drug addictions, I think he focused more on the drug culture part of the sex trade. So he was involved in one part of the whole prostitution thing that accepted drugs, and I don't believe all forms of the sex trade involve drugs. I have yet to watch a pornography that where the people appear to be under the influence of some drugs. I've never really suspected, and I've watched countless hours. I mean, who hasn't, right? Um, where I never suspected anyone of being like drunk or like high on crack or heroin, passed out. They all seem conscious and knowledgeable and sober. Okay, and they prove it too a lot of times when you see the bad acting at the beginning of the pornography. That's maybe their way of demonstrating that they're all sober and conscious of what they're doing. Sure, they may say a lot of silly things that people like to joke about later, but they're demonstrating when they do their little acting bit before the sex that they're sober when they go into it, and it's all consensual and stuff. It's not like they're coked out of their minds and they just happen to be having sex, and a video cameraman is right there recording it all. No, they all look sober. You could see as videos become better, have better definition. You could see their eyes and gauge if they're bloodshot or not. You could just see their colors better, the color of their skin, lips, whatever. Just any indicators that would show if a little bit if they were under the influence. And I think Charlie Sheen, with all his drug problems, was probably engaging in a lot of sex where he was under the influence, and probably the other stripper was too. So, I mean, they're going to make more mistakes, they're going to be more reckless, do more dumb things, and I think that's a subculture under the pornographic culture. A part of it, it's not accepted by everyone. So that's his style of doing things. But yeah, it's to lump it all in under one kind of pornography, like everybody, like all strippers are doing drugs. Yeah, there may be a high likelihood there might be a higher percentage in relation to the regular population. There might be a higher percentage of strippers doing drugs, but not. I don't believe all of them do. I mean, I can't say I know any of them personally. It just I gauge it by their signs and symptoms more so, and when I'm able to watch videos, you could see in the mannerisms. I mean, there's descriptions that you could read about on how certain drugs affect a person, and uh, you can look for that in because a lot of the acting is a very natural thing that comes out. They just start the recording, end when everybody finishes, and you could see everything naturally happening.